was trying to think of a concept I could write that was something that was relatable to my current day self and my past self. So I was like, okay, what would it be like if right here, right now, like she was here meeting me for coffee, and like what would that interaction be like? And I personally was doing it from the perspective of, uh, at the time I was 30, and I was thinking about like 15 years ago. So like 15-year-old me, and kind of like what she looked like, what she was like. And the way I kind of approached it was I was writing a poem more so not to tell her like all these things about my life and the fact that like, oh, well, you have all these things or this stuff is great. But I wanted it to be an interaction where I was meeting with her, and I was the listening ear she didn't have, and not the person telling her like, oh, like it's going to get better. It's fine. Like, because in that moment, when you're that age, you don't feel like it is going to get better, even if it's like a very small, minuscule thing that other people are like, oh, that's so irrelevant in 15 years. Who cares? But in that moment, that is a big deal to you. And so the poem just kind of like came out. I was like, I don't, it literally, I probably wrote that poem in 30 minutes, and somehow like got all the verbiage the way I wanted it. It like flowed the right way. And I kind of did something a little bit reckless, which I don't do that often. I pretty much immediately posted it on Instagram. And that was like, I think that was in October or November. I can't quite remember the timeline. And people loved it. Like it was did like
Oh,
really well. And then I don't know what happened, but a few months later, I think it was January, I posted it again. So mind you, this poem was already on the internet prior to all this, like by quite a few months. And I had sent it to my publisher after the Instagram thing had happened. And I said, I think people are really going to like this. Let's add it into the book. I think it really makes what the book